Snake Cinema Podcast stepping in. Your one-stop review, let it sink in. Hip-hop vibes, we break it down. Laughs and insights all around.
My bad. I done did that whole intro. My bad. Thank you, Chris, for messaging me, and Santos on Instagram. I didn't realize I was on mute. So let's try that again. Welcome everybody to another episode of Snake Cinema Podcast. I'm your host, Prince Elias. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in and happy New Year. I hope y'all had a blessed and safe holiday weekend, and let's continue to move forward with 2026. Today is a good episode because we're counting down my top 10 TV and movies for 2025. But before we get into that, thank you, ENT. Orlando and TJ for sponsoring the channel. We appreciate y'all. Go support them and follow them on all social medias. Whew, thank y'all. Thank y'all. I muted myself for the intro so y'all didn't hear the train and I forgot to unmute myself. I appreciate y'all for hitting me up on Instagram to tell me that y'all couldn't hear shit. Okay, all right. So with all that aside, let's go ahead and say hi to the people in the chats before we do the news of the week. First, we got Mr. Malice, your Granny Gang in the building. Thanks for tapping in, Ash. I appreciate you. Number 6, Randall. Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you. Going to the snake building. Appreciate you. All right. Half of ENT TJ, thanks for tapping in. Oh, y'all going to a reptile show. Nice. Nice. We don't have one here in Memphis until the 24th, but I'll be coming to Atlanta for Sear, so I'm not going to the Memphis show because there's no point. I'll be at Sear the following weekend. But thank you. But thank y'all for tuning in. I know y'all gonna hit that replay gang, hashtag replay gang. Let's see. Other half, Orlando. Thanks for tapping in. Let's see. Good morning, everybody, at a Reptile Show. Waiting on DJ to give me my Game of Thrones Dragon Lance. uh, yeah, yeah. Ain't no telling how long it's gonna take DJ to get out there. Chris, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. And again, thank you for letting me know that I had no audio. I was just a talking. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, everybody. I didn't even have the comments up, so I didn't see y'all in the comments telling. My bad, y'all. My bad. Hey, Ron, thanks for tapping in. Number 3, thanks for tapping in. Batter up balls, appreciate you. Let's see. No, it wasn't yo stuff. It was me. Let's see. Let's smoke a more. Nah, y'all can have that. I ain't smoking jack. I know. Take 2. Let's try this again. Start the fuck up. Man, I was going through a whole spiel. I was about to do the whole show on mute like a fool. See, DJ on black people time. He on color folk time. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, okay. Chris, thanks for tapping in. Santa, everybody, thank you. I appreciate y'all. All right. News of the week. News of the week. We kind of touched on this on the Shenanigans podcast, but Hollywood has suffered another loss, unfortunately. Um, our great actors are we just losing them. We just keep losing them. And this past week we lost Isaiah Whitlock Jr. He is a known actor for a lot of Spike Lee movies and a lot of Spike Lee movies he was in. But he was also best known for The Wire, his role in The Wire. And yeah, he passed away recently, so rest in peace to him. He's been in a lot of different projects, both TV and film. And just a week prior to that, another The Wire TV show actor passed away, James Ransom. He was also known as one of the kids in It Chapter 2 as an adult. And he was just 46. So both of these men died relatively, relatively young. And it's just sad to see a lot of great talent just leave this earth. And so rest in peace to both of those gentlemen. Um, yeah, they will be missed, and prayers to their families and friends and people who work with them. And then as far as the black entertainment, especially on the religious side, the gospel music side, we lost this week the legendary um Richard Smallwood. He is a legendary composer, writer, pianist of amazing gospel songs. If you're not in the church or you didn't grow up in the church, or you're not religious like that, you probably heard some of his songs in the Whitney Houston movie, The Preacher's Wife. He wrote some songs for that soundtrack. He's just a legend in gospel music, a legend in music in general, because he's, like I said, he was a writer, a composer, a pianist. Like, if you ever try to learn piano, 9 times out of 10, you probably your instructor, your teacher probably tried to make you play one of his songs. He was just one of the greatest to ever do it, and he passed away, I believe, actually New Year's Day. So rest in peace, Richard Smallwood. You will definitely be missed, and you pretty much was my entire childhood, my entire upbringing. Growing up hearing, singing, playing your songs. So yeah, we've lost a lot. We've lost a lot lately. So rest in peace to all of those legends. Your art will live on forever, your legacy, and you gave the earth your God given gifts. So we appreciate y'all, all of y'all. So yeah, rest in peace. Yes, for sure. Yes, I will be slow and steady during that race. Oh my gosh, it's coming up. This coming Thursday, I will be on the plane going to Florida to run a 10K race. I'm almost at the home stretch of training. I have 30 minutes today and then 30-minute run on Tuesday, and then Thursday will be race weekend. So we'll start the weekend. So thank you, thank you. It will be slow and steady. I'm gonna do my run walk intervals. I believe I'm gonna start off with like 13 seconds running, 13 seconds walking, and then I will increase it a little bit, like 1 minute running, 1 minute walking. I have a timer that vibrates or beeps and tells me when it's time to run again. So yeah. Yeah, I will definitely, and I've been doing my stretches and my ankle exercises, so I should not have any injuries during this upcoming race. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Um, all right, let's see. Also, today after the podcast, well, later on today, my nephew is coming with me, and we're going to go pick up. I'm only going to announce one. It is more than one baby, but we're going to pick up one baby for sure that I'm excited about that I am announcing, and that is I am now in the chondro game. And as far as chondro game, no, I'm not going to be a breeder, so calm down, all you chondro people. I'm not gonna try to breed this snake. I'm adopting a brand new baby that my mentors are rehoming, and he is an adult male green tree python, and he's just gonna be a display animal, a display pet. And I get his cage, I get his heating element, I get everything. And I've been talking to Brian Heathen Hatchery, and I'm also gonna reach out to Roe just in case, if anything arises or I have any questions. I have some people in my corner and some people in my tribe that will give me advice to help me out because I'm new to this, a brand new species, something that's expert relatively a expert type species, as people always say. You don't just jump into chondros your first go. I mean, some people have, but on average, that's usually not the snake that somebody tells you is your very first snake. When you ask somebody what's your first animal, 9 times out of 10 it ain't a chondro. But and she did say that he's one of those animals that if you need to clean his enclosure or you need to get some out his closure or give him fresh water, you better put food in his mouth first. So he will not be an educational ambassador, unfortunately. He is just strictly a pet, but I'm excited. Me and my nephew's gonna go pick him up. I don't know how we're gonna wrestle him up out that cage in order to do the transport, but we gonna figure it out. I'm gonna have my anti-bite gloves and we gonna have a snake hook, but we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be a fun ride. And so I'm excited about this brand new venture of a pet keeper to get an advanced animal. I spent the past 2 days getting my house in order, rearranging some stuff. Morticia's finally in Jimmy's old enclosure, old PVC cage. And yes, I did clean it out after right after he died. So it's been bleached and sanitized and all that shit. But and she's loving it. She's been exploring and just she got a lot of space now. So I'm happy to see her in that cage. And then I moved my Burmese around and other stuff around. So now I have a nice dedicated spot for this new chondro. His name is Pistachio. For him to have his own little section in the living room where he's a nice little display animal. So I'm excited. After this podcast, me and my nephew are going to go pick him up, and more to come. More to come. Let's see. Um let's see. Speaking of Brian, I just saw his comment popped up. Chicken Mine, thanks for tapping in. Come on, comments. Let's get it together. Chicken Mine, thanks for tapping in. Good morning. Good morning. Him and Ash acting up in the comments. Thanks y'all for tapping in. Appreciate y'all. Orlando said he got some short tails just like that. Yeah, you got to feed before you clean. Feed him a rat for the transport. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's probably what I got to do. Just put a rat in his mouth and then put him in the temporary tub and put him in the car. Throw him in the car real quick. And then we'll have to probably give him another rat to get him out of it. We'll see. We'll see. I might vlog this today. I might vlog today's adventure and tell you, show y'all how this goes. Tommy, thanks for tapping in. Ewok, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah. All right. So as y'all can see, I'm sitting outside and it's cold. It's like 40 degrees. That's why I got these gloves on. I'm freezing. So this podcast is not gonna be long at all. So let's go ahead and get started with my top 10 movies and TV shows. Let me get my share my screen. All right, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have fun at the expo. All right, let me share my screen right quick. Mm, yes, I agree. I agree. It's gonna be worth it. It really is gonna be worth it once I have him. Uh, and it's gonna be worth all the fun that he's gonna bestow upon me with his little attitude. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Share screen. And I have my iPad on the side so I can see and make sure. Now let me. All right. Yeah, let me make sure I added it. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Mm, sorry, y'all. Now, let's get into my top TV and movies of 2025. Now, because I have a life, I'm a full time teacher. I'm a content creator. I'm a reptile breeder. I did not watch many TV shows. So the TV shows are going to be their own little subsection of categories. They're not part of the official top 10 countdown because I didn't watch much, but I wanted to share with y'all the TV shows I did watch this year, 2025, and what I love. And then once I do the TV shows, I would do my honorable mention films, and then we'll do the official top 10 in that order. So, what TV shows did I watch, and what TV shows did I watch and that I love and that I recommend? Let's go ahead and stroll down. All right. So, oop, there we go. All right. So, my favorite TV shows of 2025. These are the shows that had me in a chokehold that most of them, I was able to binge watch. Two of them made me do the whole weekly episodes like traditional TV, but everything else I was able to binge watch in a day or two, and I absolutely love. And some of them I went back and watched again. And so, um, in this in this order, my favorite shows of 2025 was Marvel's Ironheart on Disney Plus, Stranger Things season finale, the final season. I really did enjoy, but I will go into more details, the pros and cons, nitpicks, and other things on a different episode, because I'm gonna do that with Welcome to Dairy. Double feature, so I will go more in depth with that, but overall I did enjoy this final Stranger Things. They had some flaws. It wasn't perfect, but we'll go over that in a future episode. Speaking of, Welcome to Dairy. We're gonna continue to talk about that, but I definitely enjoyed that show. That show was amazing, some of the best. Big Mouth, their final season happened on Netflix this past summer, and I enjoyed that. I did review that in a previous episode. It was probably one of the episodes that was deleted, but who knows? I digress. But I did enjoy Big Mouth, the final season, and also Black Mirror season 7. I am a big Black Mirror fan. I tell everybody it's pretty much the modern day Twilight Zone, just a little bit darker and more edgy. Um, and a little bit more depressing in most episodes, but I really enjoyed Black Mirror. I wasn't a fan of season 6 or season 5, and they had a couple of spin-off episodes that just weren't my cup of tea, but they came back with a bang on season 7, and I really did enjoy that season. So I feel like Charlie Brooker and his team are really overall are doing a fantastic job with this television series, and to me, it's one of the best Netflix series out there. Argue with your mama. So these are the TV shows that I were able to watch in their entirety of 2025, and I did enjoy them overall. So yeah, so those are the ones I recommend. Okay, so now let's get to our honorable mentions of films before we get to the top 10. Honorable mentions. Um, Even though I do have my critiques of the Avatar series, I did still overall enjoyed Fire and Ash. Out of all three films, I feel like Fire and Ash was more entertaining and more rewatchable for me to go back to, especially with these movies being 3 hours long. Um, and so I do want to put that as an honorable mention. I still recommend people go watch it, and I enjoy that film overall when it comes to that whole series. Um, and then also honorable mention Megan 2.0. I really did enjoy. That was a fun ride. Wicked for Good, the sequel to the first Wicked, was a great enjoyable movie that I really did enjoy. Um, I think this might be the only like real comedy movie to hit my list. Honorable mention is One of Them Days. I did see this in theaters with a friend of mine, and we were dying laughing from beginning to end. That film, One of Them Days, starring Kiki Palmer and SZA, was really a really good film that I highly recommend. So much fun and hilarious. Zootopia 2. I feel like Disney is actually listening to their fans and actually putting storytelling and characters first before, money grab, just doing shit to do shit. And so with this sequel, out of all their sequels and remakes, I feel like Zootopia 2 was a great return to form. And then last honorable mention of my favorite films of the year was Good Boy, the horror film that was made with the perspective, the POV of the dog instead of the humans. That was, for that to be an independent small short film with only three actors total in one location, to me that was amazing storytelling, a beautiful film. And just it just amazing all around, just a great film that I highly recommend anybody go and watch. It's on streaming now for rent, whatever, VOD, go watch it. So those are my honorable mentions. They were good films. They were films that I will recommend and will rewatch, but they just weren't as good as my top 10. Now, let's go and do our top 10. Tire guys, Jamie, thanks for tapping in. I see you in the Chizzy chats. Even though I can't pull your comment up at the moment, but thank you for tapping in, brother. Number 10 is Final Destination Bloodlines. Now, this film was a surprise for me. I went in with very low expectations because I do enjoy the Final Destination series. But those are, when I tell you, those are like guilty pleasure type films. Those are like popcorn films. You don't take serious. You just there for the kills, for the unique, crazy kills. You don't go there for the characters or nothing like that. But I will say, Final Destination Bloodlines really did surprise me. They actually gave us characters that we cared about, even though we still wanted to see how bad they were going to die and how crazy they were going to die. Um, it still gave us a great story. Um, it stayed true to form, and I really felt like for us to go on this long hiatus with no Final Destination movie, it was a great combat film, and it was a great send off to the legendary Tony Todd right before he passed. So it was great to see him in his final movie, and his last words in the film was beautifully said, and he improved it. It wasn't even in the script, so it was good, and rest in peace to him. But yes, number 10 of my favorite of 2025 is Final Destination Bloodlines. Number 9, my favorite film of the year, My Dead Friend Zoe. this was also one of those movies that surprised me because I went in blind, had no idea what it was going to be about, and I enjoyed it. It was a great story of friendship, a great story of grief, a great story of mourning someone you lost, and but it was told in a great way. And the fact that the main character was seeing the ghost of her dead friend out the entire movie, but it was like a comedy, and her friend was like encouraging her like bad behaviors and stuff like that. And it was just a great character study, a great story, a beautiful film, and all the actors did amazing jobs. So I really it was a surprising movie that I didn't think that I was gonna love as much as I did. So number nine, My Dead Friend Zoe. I do recommend any and everybody to go watch it. Great movie. All right, number eight, we have Magazine Dreams. Now, despite the controversies that Jonathan Majors went through, we're not gonna get into all that. If you just watch the movie on its own merit, this is one of his best works as an actor. This is one of his amazing, like, he did his damn thing in the filmmaking, the storytelling, the anxiety that this the shit that this character was going through, and the anxiety it had me as an audience member watching it was crazy. But it was a great movie, simple story. A guy, a bodybuilder who is obsessed with bodybuilding and obsessed with bodybuilders, and trying to chase his dream. He was obsessed and trying to chase his dreams, but life and even himself kept getting in the way of shit, and you had no idea how the movie was going to end. Great, amazing. I highly recommend anybody watch it if you haven't. Super good, and very entertaining, even the uncomfortable parts of the film. Number seven, my one of my favorites that I this is one of those movies that you really have to go in blind. Like, don't even watch the trailer. Forget the trailer, just go and watch it. And that is Companion. That movie, man, was so much fun to watch from beginning to end. There was no slow parts, there was no boring parts. And then after you watch the film and all the twists and turns that's happening and all the reveals that's happening, it makes you want to go back and watch it again to see the little clues and Easter eggs that the writers had put in to let you know that things weren't as what they seemed. And it was so much fun to watch. I love the main character. I love the bad guys. I love the side characters, the friends. It was such an entertaining film. Great little sci-fi, suspense, horror, romance, everything. It bent a lot of different genres, and it did it so well. Hats out to the writers, hats out to the directors, hats out to the actors. This was one of my absolute favorites, and I highly recommend it to any and everybody. Such a good movie. Number six, the horror genre has really been kicking ass this year. I keep saying this year in 2025. And that is Nosferatu, starring Bill Skarsgård and forget the actress name, but Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose Depp. There we go, Lily Rose Depp. My my mind hit it a blank, but yeah, Nosferatu. The story of Dracula was a very good remake slash retelling of the story. I really did enjoy that film, and I highly recommend it. Um, the cinematography, the acting, all that jazz, the direction, everything was really good, and I highly recommend Nosferatu. If you have not seen it yet, watch it. It is so good, and so much fun. And I'm not really a big period piece type of fan. Like, when you get to certain time frames with movies, I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with that shit. But this one, very good. There's been a lot of resurgence of vampire films and Dracula films. And I feel like the vampire film genre has really blessed us in the past couple of years, not just 2025, but even before, with some good horror vampires, and I really enjoy Nosferatu. So I highly recommend y'all go see that shit. Number five. This movie was a wild ride. This movie was crazy as fuck. This movie was, woo, it's hard to explain it without spoiling it. But y'all seen the review, those who've watched it. Um I love this Weapons. Weapons is one of those crazy off the wall horror films, but it was so good. The acting, the villain, the mystery. I love the point of view that they did with so many different characters. You weren't just following one character, you were following an entire town of people, from the school teacher to the sheriff to the drug dealer to to the surviving child. You know, when all his classmates are disappeared off the face of the earth and nobody know where they are and he's the only one. I love that this movie gave you everybody's point of view throughout the film before they gave you the big reveal of what really happened to the children. Um and that was dope. It was a great mystery, a great horror film, and I love anything that this director comes out with. Because it's the same person who gave us Barbarian. That's another good horror film. Anything that this director comes out with now, I'm just gonna go watch it no matter what. Like he pretty much won me two movies in a row. So 2 years in a row. So yeah, highly recommend Weapons. If you have not seen it, go watch that shit. It's so much fun. So much fun. Number four, Thunderbolts. Now, I did not review this film. This is one of the films that Wiz and Keys did for me, but I did watch it, and I want to say I agree with what pretty much what they said for the most part. Um, Thunderbolts was a great. I know that people have superhero fatigue, they have Marvel fatigue, they sick of Disney and Marvel, but I feel like Thunderbolts was like that shit. It was like them going back to the drawing board. It was like Kevin Feige get to do what he want to do and not what the higher ups at Disney want him to do. Um, and I love this cast. I love this crew. It was just a fun movie, and I really did enjoy. I was smiling from ear to ear watching it in the theaters. Had a great time, and I highly, if you're, I know a lot of us are sick of Marvel. We're sick of all the superhero stuff, but I feel like you need, if you haven't seen Thunderbolts, you need to give it a chance at least this one. Now, um, anything that comes out after this, uh, if you have no desire to watch it, I don't blame you. But I had a great time with that film, and like I said, Keys and Wiz had reviewed it for me. On this channel, but I pretty much agree with, for the most part, everything they said, and I gave it, in my opinion, either a 8 or a 9.5 out of 10. I can't remember, but I enjoyed it, and so that's my number four video. Number three, we have Begonia. It was the last film that I reviewed of 2025, and along with the Avatar movie, and I loved it. I enjoyed Begonia so much, and I've watched it twice since my review. Because there were so many Easter eggs. Once everything was revealed, because again, this is one of those movies that I went in blind without knowing much about it. Um, and after all the twists and turns and the reveals and stuff like that, I went back and watched it twice because I was like, oh, I get it. I get that. I get that. And you get so many, even when they give you the answer, you still have go walk away with so many different interpretations of the film, like the meaning and the backgrounds of the film. So I really um highly recommend it. Don't watch the trailers, just go and watch the film. You're gonna really love it, and I appreciate Alex from Pressure Pythons for recommending it to me. Because this is my alley when it comes to weird, artsy, you know films where you're trying to figure out something, this is definitely that type of that type of movie where it's a mystery and you're trying to figure out who is right, who is wrong, who's the villain, who's the hero. And once you get the reveal, it's well worth it. It's well worth the ride of watching this movie. So go check out Begonia. I highly recommend it. It should be on streaming now or for rent, like on Amazon Prime or some shit. But yeah, definitely watch it. I just hate that I missed it. I wished I watched it in the theaters when it first came out because that movie was amazing. The cast, the crew, the direction, the writing, perfecto, perfecto. No, we are coming to a close on my top 10. Let's see who is number 2. Number 2, favorite film of 2025. What movie did I love so much and that I highly recommend? Dead Talent Society. Now, Dead Talent Society is a, please forgive me. I want to say Korean, but it could be Japanese, so please forgive me. But it's one of those films that I went, not only did I go in blind, nobody recommended this to me. I was just looking online of, I did a random Google search. I was like upcoming movies or movies coming up for the summertime. Like I did not know what I was gonna review because Keisha was like, "Hey, what are we reviewing this week? What are we doing this week?" And I was like, "Oh shoot, I never picked something." So this was like a random movie that I chose, and I saw it and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this movie is funny." It is a horror movie, but it's more comedy horror. It's more comedy than it is horror. And it's basically, when you die, your spirit lives in this different world, this different universe, and in order to stay alive, technically for your spirit to not disappear forever, you have to pretty much be like famous. And so the one of the ways of being famous is to be a famous ghost that hunts people. And so this deals with the character who died, and she's going through trying to be a spooky scary ghost and hunt people, and she gets help from other ghosts to help her in this competition to win. And it was just, when I tell you, even though it's a foreign film and you have to read the subtitles, it is well worth it. It is worth reading the subtitles. It is worth watching. I was laughing and smiling from ear to ear, from start to finish. And it does have character. It has heart. You fall in love with these characters. Even the antagonist gets a redemption arc because you understand why she is a bitch and why she always goes why she mistreats the main character. But when you get the backstories of these characters and how they died, why they died, and why they're so motivated to be a part of this competition, to for their spirit to live on forever, it is such a good movie. I highly recommend y'all look this up, rent it, do whatever, and put on the subtitles, read it. It is worth it. It's worth it, and it's not a long movie. It doesn't take forever. It's not like a 2 or 3 hour film. Like, it is so entertaining, so much fun. I really love this movie, and I've watched it at least 4 times this year because it's just so funny and it's such a good wow ride and it's hilarious. Just a reality show competition, like, of ghosts trying to hunt humans and scare them to get fame, be famous in the underworld. It's amazing. It's amazing, and I really do love it. So, Dead Talent Society, amazing, amazing film. Highly recommend it. Now, what is my number one film? It should be obvious. If you ain't, if you've been paying attention, it should be very obvious what's my number one film. It's the film that some of these publications like the Rolling Stones of the world or the New York Times of the world try to ignore and act like it does not exist. But it was the one of the most talked about films of the year. The best rated, made a lot of money, broke a lot of barriers, and black as fuck. And that is, drum roll please, Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan, directed by Ryan Coogler. Mine, mine. Sinners was so good. I saw it twice in the movie theaters, and it costs a pretty penny to go watch in the movies. I watched it twice in the movie theaters, and then when I got to watch it online, man, I love this film. This film is perfect filmmaking. Perfect filmmaking. No boring moments, no lulls. The villain is perfect. The heroes, everything, the side characters, the music. Oh my gosh. I don't even listen to jazz like that. I don't even listen to blues like that. Like I don't even listen to that type of music, but I've been rocking that soundtrack like crazy. Like, man, if this movie gets snubbed for all of the awards that it's nominated for, then we know that all this shit is political and rigged. They didn't the higher ups did not want Sinners to win, but Sinners was such perfect, great filmmaking, perfect, great acting, direction. Ryan Coogler has not. I don't care what nobody say. Even the stuff that he hasn't directed, but he produced. Even those who have issues with Wakanda Forever. In my humble opinion, Ryan Coogler has not given me anything whack since he started filmmaking. He has not given me anything that's not damn near perfect. Every film he's given us, from Creed to the Black Panther films to Fruitfield Station. Hell, he executively produced Ironheart TV show for Disney Plus. Everything Ryan Coogler touches, he it is really peak creative, peak profession, art, real filmmaking, real everything. And Sinners is like chef's kiss. Ryan Coogler can do no wrong in my opinion. He has really pushed himself to my number one favorite movie director of all time. Not just black movie directors of all time. Because he has beat everybody, in my humble opinion, as my favorite movie director. And that says a lot because I've been a film nerd, loving film, got a film video production bachelor's degree. Like I've really studied this shit. I had to watch all those old school black and white films. I just love filmmaking and movie making. And Ryan Coogler, in his short, I want to say 10 years of filmmaking, he has beat even the legends in my heart as my favorite movie directors. And Sinners is that shit. Argue with your mama. Ain't no film in 2025 is better than this, in my humble opinion. Argue with your mom. And so, yep, that is it. My top 10 movies and honorable mentions and TV shows of 2025. This is what has entertained me and kept me happy and kept me smiling. Let me stop sharing my screen so I could come back and see y'all in the comments. I'm sorry I neglected y'all for a minute. Let's see. Stop sharing. Remove from scene. Bam, I'm back. Back, bitches. Let's see. It is freezing. Let's see. Chris said maybe a handful gonna worth it is one. Oh yeah. Yeah, the green tree. Let me go. Let me scroll down. Still have to watch Stranger Things. Yes. And again, I will be doing the Stranger Things review not this week, but probably the week after. Not next week, but the week after. That and it Welcome to Derry, where I go into more details. It does have its flaws. There are some episodes weaker than others, but overall, I feel like it was a great way to end the entire adventure and runtime, especially for those of us who's been watching it since the very beginning. Let's see. Tired guys, Jamie said. Love the Dracula stuff. There has been a lot of bad ones, but when good ones hit, it definitely gets my attention. Facts. Facts. And the fact that we got two great vampire movies this year, Sinners and Nosferatu. we're spoiled. We're spoiled. Not all, not at all. The vampire junk, Dracula, suspect. Yeah, yeah. It's always hit or miss. When they're good, they're good, but when they're bad, yikes. But yeah, I feel like 2025 really made up for it. And I'm hearing some things from other critics that there's another Dracula movie that is coming out to the public this year, but they got to see screeners at film festivals last year. And all of so far, every critic that I followed that saw the early screener at the film festival said that this new Dracula that's coming out is actually good too. So I can't wait when that new one come out this year to the public. I'm going to the theaters to watch that shit. I can't wait because I'm hearing a lot of great things about that. But yeah, we're starting to finally get some good vampire shit, especially Dracula. Because Dracula is like a legend. It's like the OG movie monster of Hollywood. Let's see. Oh, I'm freezing, y'all. The temperatures and dropped on my ass. Let's see. Oh shoot, my battery about to die. Let me get my computer charger. Uh, but yeah, trying to make sure I keep up with all the comments. Evie Mux is not showing everything, but that is it for my top 10 movies and TV shows. Next week is top podcasts, and I will be mixing reptile podcasts with non-reptile podcasts. So some people's feelings might get hurt. Some people might be surprised. Some people might be happy that they rank above, some true crime shit. Or some entertainment podcasts that I like to listen to or watch, because it's going to be a mixture of audio podcasts and YouTube video podcasts. And of course, as y'all know, I do have my race in Orlando. This coming week. So next podcast will be live from the Airbnb in Florida. So check that out. I will have my Wi-Fi box just in case the Airbnb doesn't have Wi-Fi provided. But I can't wait. I can't wait. That's gonna be a good one. Then after that podcast, then we'll start doing the Stranger Things, It Welcome to Derry, and other reviews that I might have missed um recently of films recently. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about my Florida trip. I'm so excited to be getting this green tree python that I'm getting today. Man, and it's going to be some more surprises. I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to jinx myself, but like I said on the Shenanigans podcast, when someone had asked all of us, the whole panel, what our goals for the year, there's certain goals I don't want to share simply because this world is filled with a lot of evil and bitter people who want to wish on others' downfall because they have a sucky life. So I'm not going to share everything that's going to happen or all the good things that are going to happen. But when I tell you a lot of great stuff has been happening so far, a lot of my goals have already been met or is being met currently. And so when the time comes, when it's time for me to share, y'all know. When it's time for me to share, y'all know. But in the meantime, just continue to support, continue to watch. Breeding season is going great. Got some gravid females. Got a female that's currently pairing right now. And I'm super excited about her going. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a grand adventure. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming back and supporting me for Snake Cinema Podcast. Next week is going to be fun, just as fun as this one. And tune in tonight. Sophisticated Ignorance on Wiz's channel, Wiz Constrictors. And then Sunday, tune in for Everyday Keepers on Father Don's channel, Uptown Exotics, Uptown with an X. his channel. It is going to be 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then after his show, go to FNA Balls' channel and tap into their podcast, The Serpents Sunday Show. That their guest this week is going to be KG from Bond Projects, and of course, there's a lot of different prizes from different breeders who have donated, like store credit and things like that. Of course, y'all got the games, the wheels, or whatever. So, the races. So tap into them. Go to their page because every week they have a new challenge. They might say reshare this or repost this or tag 3 people or something like that to get extra entries in the races. So always follow them on social media, follow them on Instagram so you can know what the challenge of the week is, to get more entries into the races. But it's going to be a fun weekend. It's going to be a fun week. Yes, I got to go back to work on Monday, unfortunately, but I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited to get back to work. I'm excited, one, because of the lessons that I'm teaching this month are pretty cool, and I think the kids are going to love it. And two, I got my race coming up. I got my race coming up. I'll be at work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I'll be out Thursday, Friday. So it's great. It's great. I have no complaints. And again, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And thank you again, ENT, Orlando and Terrell, for sponsoring the channel. I'm going to run their commercial one more time before we go. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And remember to always be creative. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Every episode, spitting truth, old school jams and the latest youth. We keep it real, no sugarcoat.